back to Glenn's Hot Rod Garage. Sorry I ain't been around much this year, but it's been a tough year. Started off the year in January by losing my uncle and became single again, and just haven't been in a good spot for doing this stuff. I've been just doing the minimum to get by, which is go to work and make sure all the bills are paid. But I'm back. I'm getting in the groove and see if we can get somewhere. I don't want to have to change the channel's name to Glenn's House of Unfinished Projects, which seems like an appropriate name for the way things have been going. So thanks for watching. I appreciate you. Got a new addition to Glenn's Hot Rod Garage. It's a 2005 2500 HD. I've towed Trashy out to the track with it, and seems to do pretty good. It's a quad cab, 6-liter, 4x4. Oh, was I supposed to put my thumb over the license plate? Why do people do that? Really, it kind of gets to me. I'm gonna put some rocker panels on it and get rid of this hood and clean it up. Probably in the springtime, because winters cause vehicles to rust here more in Michigan. So that means this guy's on the chopping block. I got a ad listed for it on Marketplace right now, and hate to see her go. She's been a good truck to me, but you can't have too many trucks at one time. So unfortunately, I've had to get rid of Granny Fresh. Got too many vehicles insured, stored, can't drive them all at the same time. I guess the white truck replaced that, but we're still on a mission to cutting down the fleet to make more room here at Glenn's Hot Rod Garage, and trying to get stuff done and lighten the load on myself a bit. So since the 05 2500, this is going to be next on the chopping block. I don't know if I'm going to fix it or just try to sell it the way it is so I don't have to work on it. Like I said, I got a lot of stuff going on, and not enough time. So it's the last week in November, last week in October, and here in Michigan, racing weather is usually either gone or this is like one of the last weeks. A few years ago, I went racing on Halloween, and she's loaded up in the trailer and ready to go. I tried to go out last Saturday to a no prep event, and we'll get into that later. And here we got the ugly street truck. I got the fuel system wrapped up on this. So back to the ugly street truck. I got alternator's on, the accessory drive's on, power steering hooked up. I had to get an adapter for the line that I purchased, and let's get down the short list. And fuel system's wrapped up. Still gonna have to do the springs and the rear end and the brakes, but I think we can take it for a ride before them things are done. I've been picking away at it for hour here and there, and she's coming along quite a bit. So this is Bradley Schroeder's S10. It it arrived with my house. It was here when I bought my house, and he had done me a big favor by helping me get in here, and I'm greatly appreciative of that. And in exchange for that, I told him I'd paint his truck. Well, 4 years have gone by and I still haven't painted his truck. So instead of being a bad person and not painting his truck, I'm gonna paint his truck. So this is gonna probably move to the front of most everything I'm doing. This is gonna be my first winter project, I suppose. There is the Mid-Evening Maverick project too, but the owners kind of put that on hold. I try to get them to get motivated to start working on that a little bit here and there after work, and it doesn't seem to be working that well. So anyways, yeah, I got this back in the shop, and I'm looking forward to getting on it and getting a nice shiny black paint job on it in the not too distant future, so he can pick this up and we can have a little more space in the shop as well. All right, that was most of my the S10, my S10, which is right behind us here. Ooh, what's that? That's the original big block that I had in Trashy before I put the 496 in there. I've been looking for something to put it in, and I'm really having a hard time finding something. So, that's 10. I built this thing like 6 or 7 years ago, and I took it to the Woodward Cruise the first 2 years that I had it. Once when it was original with a 350 in it, and once with this 350 in it, and somewhat restored. And I went and changed the rear end, and the thing has been sitting ever since. So it comes to a point where being cheap about getting something done has a big pile of money sitting there. I'm like, that rear end's messed up. I bought more parts to fix it. I'm leery because it seems like it might be bent a little bit. A new Speedway Motors rear end is like $2,100 plus brakes, plus shipping. So before all is said and done, I'm gonna have like $3,000 and an axle for the truck. I'm trying my hardest not to spend that much money, and there's a couple different ways I can go about fixing it, and I'm debating in my head what to do about that, and I'm having a hard time figuring it out. But I need to get a run in it. I need to get the bed off. There's a little bit of body work to do on the back of the cab, and the bed needs to be painted. And I hate to say it, but once it's back together, I'm probably just gonna sell it. I need this money for other things. The ugly street truck's probably gonna be sold as well. So but I'm not gonna let you guys down and get rid of an unfinished project. I'm gonna get that going, and we're gonna at least go for a ride in it, and go from there. See what happens, and see what the future has in store for Glenn's Hot Rod Garage. I had to let go of Granny Fresh. I tried to sell it on Marketplace without luck. People were asking silly questions, and my buddy's son showed some interest in it. So I gave him a deal on it. We put all new brake lines, rotors, drums, shoes in the back, hardware, the whole 9 yards, master cylinder. And I'm sure Drew is going to enjoy it. There's a quick update about all the projects. So, last Saturday, we loaded up, actually last Friday, we loaded up Trashy in the trailer and we went to take her to the UCM meet at Onondaga Dragway, if that's how you pronounce it. I never heard it pronounced properly, so I don't know. Sorry if I botched that up. But Underdog Car Meets was having a meet there, and there was index classes, and there was a 28, anything on 28's class, which Trashy's, let's be honest, Trashy's nowhere near being fast enough to compete with that. I don't have the nitrous hooked up or, any test passes on the car with that motor in it or whatsoever. And the same thing, I might have tried an index class, but let me tell you how things went. I ain't been to the track this year. I never towed my car to the track. I loaded up the car Friday night. It was pretty late, like 11:30. I was done making noise. I live in the city. I kind of try to respect my neighbors by not making too much noise. So Greg and Drew helped me load up the car, and they split, and I wanted to get to bed so I could get up early and load up my tools, strap the car down, get ready to go. Well, by the time I was done with all that stuff, it was like 10 o'clock, and I had to get a move on because the driver's meeting was at 12. So on the way, I picked up Greg, and we stopped and got gas for the truck and gas for the hot rod. The gas runs on, Trashy runs on 93, but they didn't have any at the gas station we stopped to, so we had to stop at another one, and I got $20 worth of 93 for Trashy too. So we make it to the track. Driver's meeting's at noon. It's 11:54. I pull in the track. So I pull in the track. I head down the road and make a right. I never been there. I don't know how the track's set up. I don't know how the pits are set up. So I look for all the trailers, and I follow the path down, and turns out I was in the staging lanes. So I ended up turning down the staging lanes, and imagine having 1500 HD truck with a 24-foot trailer on the back, and you're heading down the track to the staging lanes, and you don't know you're in the staging lanes until you get down to the end of the staging lanes. I had to get a couple people to move their vehicles, and it was chaos, but we made it through it. And I ran into my good friend Butch, and I got a spot next to him, and we parked and unloaded the car. So got the car unloaded. I leave the battery disconnected while we're traveling, so I had to hook that up and tighten it up, and clean the windows, clean the wheels. Tech guy came over, Herbie. He was pretty cool. He went over the car. Didn't seem to find too much on anything. And he wanted me to tighten the battery down, and all it was turning the wing nut a couple turns. So that worked out pretty good. So I decided to run test and tune because I didn't want to be in a hurry and all this stuff. It said you could run test and tune in between rounds of all the classes. So the driver meeting happens, and racing starts. I'm up there filming some footage and checking out all the cool rides. Got to meet Jasper. That was pretty cool. Seeing Diamond's car, Karma, for the first time, and my buddy Rod showed up. That was pretty cool too, to support the cause. And they ran the first round. They started the second round, and they said, well, we're running behind, so we're not going to run test and tune between rounds. I'm like, I couldn't get any classes because they were already run. And it means I haul my car out there for nothing. I could have entered the buyback class, but I'm not paying $100 for probably one pass. I got a 6-second car in the 8th mile, and that's probably on the prep track. So, most of the people were getting down there, except for Butch for some reason. And I was severely bummed out. It's the end of October. The weather was beautiful, and it just wasn't a good deal altogether. So we loaded back up and head on down the road. No new passes on Trashy yet again. So earlier this week, they announced that there's going to be test and tune at Lapeer Dragway this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. It's Wednesday night right now, and the car's pretty much ready to go. The weather's looking kind of iffy for Sunday. I can't go on Saturday. I have a couple previous obligations I need to attend to. So we're going to try to go out Sunday. If that doesn't happen, it doesn't look like it's going to happen, and that'll be a severe bummer. Going to have to get it ready for the winter. So there's an update on that. We'll catch you in a bit.